On this bumpy 50-point inspection from Burlington Beer Company out of Burlington, Vermont. I believe they're out of Burlington, Vermont, anyways. Um, Actually, they're out of Williston, Vermont. Anyway, I have Sea of Air, which is a double IPA, comes in at 8.1% ABV. From what I could find about this beer is it was built to showcase the Citra hops. I don't know if they use any other hops along with it, but I guess there's Citra hops in here, which with Citra hops they talk about having tropical fruit, including peach, passion fruit, and guava. I also throw in usually a nice orange juice type vibe with Citra coming out a lot. So let's go ahead and crack into this one now after I show you the can art, because you know Burlington Beer Company always does great funky can art. There you go. Let's pour it. Right, and this beer is about a month and a half old. They put their canned on dates right there in the cans, printed into the label. So about a month and a half old for this one, with a fairly tight white bubbled head, frothy on top. Not a very large built head, maybe about a finger width, but who really cares about the size of the head, because it also depends on how aggressively you pour it. But the beer itself is a nice deep kind of call that like a burnt orange almost, very very hazy. And let's get some aromas. Yeah, I would say it's guava for sure is in there. Little hint of peach, the passion fruit. Out of the malt, slight breadiness, a little bit oat and wheat-like as well. I could find a bit of lime in the nose. All right, well, let's go in for the first swig. So cheers. Yeah, getting. I'm gonna go medium body, medium carbonation, semi-soft palate, just a slight smoothness to it. There's a good mix of the hops and the malt bill right up front. A little bit cracker-esque breadiness, some wheat, oat-like type flavors coming through. I'd say guava is a pretty big hit on this one. Bit of a very ripe, not ripe, an underripened peach. Underripened peach note in there. So the passion fruit that you get out of the aromas kind of sits back on the palate. It's not really showing up all that much there. The flavors, more so the guava up front, that underripened peach note. Touch of a citrus, kind of a bit of almost like it's a rind of some sort in the citrus group. Navel orange rind. It's kind of that pithy, kind of citrus, rindy, bittering finish. Bitterness on this one, I'd say, is in the moderate range. It's right there in the middle, not too high, not too harsh. I'd say the flavors in this one, between the malts coming through and everything, that's nice. I like that. The flavors from the hops tend to stay in that kind of fruity range, anywhere from the kind of tropical-esque stone fruits to a slight citrus fruit. So it stays pretty free, and Not too harsh. I'm gonna continue to sip on this one, and I'm gonna give it a score. So as I was continuing to drink on this one, actually right before I finished talking prior, I did start to get a slight bit of an alcohol presence on the palate. So the 8.1% ABV, it does start to show up a little bit, and then I started noticing it in the aromas afterwards as well. Just a little tiny hint of some alcoholic presence. The appearance, I'll give a 6 out of 6 for this one. For the aromatics, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. My flavor score on this one, especially when that bit of an alcohol flavor starts to kind of show up there, I'm at a 14 out of 19. For the body, it's decent. It's, semi-soft, that medium body. It works well. Easy enough to drink down. 5 out of 5 for the body. My overall on this one, I'm at a 7 out of 10. So, for Sea of Air, double IPA from Burlington Beer Company, it's going to get a bumpy 41 out of 50, which is going to land this in the very good range. Just want to say cheers. Thank you all for watching.